Good morning, I'm Samantha Johns. Thanks for joining us this Sunday morning. We'll get to all those stories in just a bit, but first, your forecast. And new this morning, a travel boom. Memorial Day weekend is here, and the roads are expected to be busier than usual. Our ABC 57's Myra Franco gives you some tips if you're heading out the door this morning. Good morning, Myra.
This scene just cleared up just a few moments ago, but police are still working to locate a victim. You take a look behind me, you can see still a pretty active scene here as police continue to investigate this shooting.
And yesterday marks a full week of protests in Minnesota following the shooting death of Dante Wright at the hands of police.
The demand for gas has gone up here at the pump within the last week, but experts say we should not expect to panic here in Michiana.
But not having enough cars on the lot, like right here at Omari's in South Bend, is the biggest reason, as more people continue to jump into the pre-owned market. If you're a racing fan, Indianapolis is the place to be during the month of May. And with the Indy 500 taking place today, we just had to check out all of the fun the Speedway has to offer both on and off the track.
Last Friday night, right here on Greenleaf Boulevard is where 18-year-old Blaine Fisher lost his life in a hit-and-run accident. While they did ask that driver to leave the vehicle and call for a ride, officials say they never ran any identification on him. 7 million returns still haven't been processed yet, but you can check your status with the Check My Payment tool. Simply enter your information and the site will tell you when the payment is expected to hit your bank account. With this new guidance, they're saying those who are fully vaccinated can now ditch their masks in most areas. The family is willing to do everything they can to help make sure that she's safe, even turning to the popular app TikTok to help find her. Imagine not being able to taste something sweet. Registered dietitian Erin Hurst says this loss removes the enjoyment of food, presenting an opening for the development of eating disorders. They feel it's time for them to get back to normal, in-person activities. Just 5 minutes. That's all it takes to become a victim of catalytic converter theft. And it's something service writer Zachary Early knows all too well after becoming a victim earlier this year.
Mine ended up costing me maybe about $500, but to a customer to fix their own vehicle, they would be looking anywhere from $1,500 all the way up to, we had one customer, it was almost $10,000.
At 11:05 at night.
Surveillance video at his father's auto shop has already caught 3 separate incidents of the quick theft. And combined with a demand of precious metals going up, it's become an easy way for thieves to get some quick cash.
Catalytic converters are full of precious metals. That's why they are the #1 target. Not only are they easy to get to, easy to cut off, and easy to steal, they are loaded with platinum, silver, and gold.
The local auto shop has already had over 10 cases of their own vehicles being targeted, and it's led them to keep every vehicle inside their garage after hours to avoid any future incidents.
That's about it, to be completely honest. It has to be kept indoors, under lock and key, in a garage.
What do we want? Green jobs. Now.
Sunrise Movement South Bend has been calling for action against the climate crisis since 2019. But after a year full of many job losses, they're encouraging local leaders to do their part by creating more green jobs.
We as a people, especially as young people who are going to be living through this crisis, it's going to be the fight of our lives.
The pandemic disrupted many industries, and as the Biden administration works towards passing a $2 trillion infrastructure plan, the group wants local leaders to create these new jobs in the hopes of helping the community bounce back after so much loss.
This is the moment where it's going to take all of us to rebuild, and we have a historic moment to rebuild in a way that creates sustainable jobs, that transitions our economy to a cleaner and more sustainable form.
With concerns growing over natural disasters like flooding here in South Bend, it's prompting more parents to also join in on the movement.
She's not even old enough to go to kindergarten, and we've already had drastic changes here in South Bend, and I want a livable world for her, and I think the Green New Deal is the only way.
I felt like for what we were looking for in terms of used instead of new, the inventory was a little bit limited.
Used car prices have been rising due to low inventory nationwide. Here in Michiana, sales agent Jason Guren says the increase has made it difficult for dealers to keep up with the demand.
Prices at the auction are right now roughly about $2,000 higher than they would normally be. And it's been really difficult because now the book values are just finally starting to catch up with the pandemic issues.
Guren says the global microchip shortage and the demand of used cars for road trips is the reason for the increased sales.
While it hasn't changed the buyer's perspective, it has made it harder to find good deals compared to previous years.
A lot of people coming in looking for that $5,000 car. Good luck. Those $5,000 cars, now you're going to be lucky if it's got a motor in it.
At Omari's in South Bend, they've still been able to bring in at least 10 used cars per week, making sure customers have enough options to drive away with exactly what they were hoping for.
We were able to get into a luxury SUV, and so we've been very happy with it.